There's nothing stopping us, UFD, from doing it again and going even further than we did last time. Absolutely nothing stopping us. And that's a big reason why we have big buyers still continuing to accumulate unicorn fart dust beans. Look, there's something very powerful. I'm going to give you the reason why these big buyers are buying UFD. They know we did it last time starting from zero, absolutely nothing. We had an incredible run. We got to a market cap that really made most of our eyes roll back in our heads. But they know that since then, we have built an army. We have built a community like absolutely no other out there. So now, when we do it next time, we have that huge, huge advantage. Think about everything that we've gone through since the early days of unicorn fart dust. We've been in an overall crypto market that generally has been kind of stagnant. I don't know if we want to call it a bear market. Who knows? Who cares? But let's just say it's not been a, hold on one second here, guys. See if we're having some tech issues. Uh-oh. Hopefully you guys can see me and hear me. Let's check in with upstairs Susie and see if she's on the walkie-talkie. Susie, are you there? Over. Oh, I hear her moving around upstairs. We're going to keep going. I'm going to presume you can see me and hear me. Welcome to live streaming. The big key takeaway here, guys, is very simple. We did it before, starting from zero. We've built an army. We've been through a difficult overall crypto market. We're also going through the normal life cycle of any big successful meme coin. All of them have been through what we've gone through, right? A rocket ship spike, which is fun, no doubt about it, right? Up to unbelievable market cap levels. You come back down, and that's where you build the army. That's where you build the cavalry. That's where things really come together. So next time we do it, and they're all watching us, don't you doubt one bit, when the market turns, when UFD is ready for its time, we've already established so much more. We have an army, we have awareness in the overall market, and we have the UFD magic. We have the fact that we are like no other cryptocurrency project that has ever existed before. Between the meme, between the lore about how this got started. Remember, Dusters, this project was born into a pool of FUD, F-U-D, fear, uncertainty, and doubt. It was me. Okay, I take full responsibility. I sat down here and said, I created a meme coin. It's called Unicorn Fart Dust. Don't buy it. That's the very first thing that I said. Now, you know the transformation that occurred subsequent to that, right? I love Unicorn Fart Dust, but there is no other project out there that is like ours. There's nobody out there who can do what we can do. I think there's no other community out there as strong as the UFD community. And as we go day by day by day, each day, not only do we build a little more, not only do we forge a little more strength, but we get one day closer to a point where, guys, I mean, look, let's look at some data here. There's big people that are still buying UFD and doing it with a great big smile on their face. And hold on one second here, guys. Hold on. Okay. Oh, there it is. I don't know. Hopefully we're where you guys are able to see me and hear me. But here's a great post from Tony Delk that tells us the 15th largest whale still buying, holds over 9 million beans. Well, I didn't realize that. And there's the buys right there. So if our 15th largest whale holds 9 million beans, you can only imagine. Oh, hold on one second. Hold on, guys. I couldn't understand you, Susie.
We can see it.
Okay, thank you. Such enthusiasm in that voice. Let's go here. And so the big whales are still buying. We also have, even within the community, Mr. Nolsol here, who tells us 4 months later, I'm still a top 100, all my wallets combined. Now my goal is to top 2 million beans. UFD will go so much higher than you think. And so we've got people, big whales, big narwhals buying, no doubt about it. People in the community continuing to buy. And on top of that, we get this, right? All the buyers, everybody makes a difference. This came from our friend Connector. He said, I just turned a new duster, not huge amount, but diamond hooved. One by one, if everyone turns someone into a duster every week, within a month, we should have tripled our holders. We continue to grow. The number of diamond hoof dusters absolutely continues to grow. Let's go take a look at Murad's latest. I really like this one. He said, dedicated believers will outperform everyone. And when we look at this chart, okay, at the bottom, you have gamblers. And am I on the right screen? Hold on here, guys. Yes. Okay. Wow, we are having some strange tech issues this morning. So on the bottom, we have gamblers. Make sure you can see that, which you can, right? Look, you don't want to gamble. Please, trust me, don't gamble. Don't gamble at casinos. They're going to win every time. And then when you gamble in the stock market, when you gamble in the crypto world, there are very few people that come out ahead. If you go to a casino and you play blackjack or craps or any other slot machine, you are guaranteed in the long run to lose. If you're going to gamble in the stock market, if you're going to gamble in the crypto market, you might win. Okay, you might. But just know, statistically, it's what, 2%, 5%, 6%, whatever it is. The odds are stacked against you. And at minimum, you're going to cause yourself a lot of emotional turmoil. You've got the traders, okay? Then you have investors that are going to do pretty well. And then on top of that, you have what are called the believers, right? And see what happens to the believers in crypto. Hold on one second here. Okay, guys, I really apologize for the tech issues this morning, but we're going to just, we're going to soldier through, right? Things happen. Thank you for being here. Thanks for being part of this. Don't forget, please just go to YouTube and subscribe to the Unicorn Fart Dust YouTube channel. It's got a big pink banner. It's easy to see. If you're watching us on X, hey, I'll do it with you right now. Let's spread the dust. Let's let people know that we are live. We got a lot more to talk about. I'm going to head out to X. I'm going to show you here in just 1 second, and I'm going to repost. See if I can find our live stream. There it is. There we are. See? I know, it always blows my mind. We're going to repost this, and I'm going to say, we are live right now, comma, in the basement, comma, waiting for you, comma. Let's talk about exciting developments in crypto and unicorn fart dust. All right, I just reposted. I'll ask you to please do the same. That's free. Subscribing to the YouTube channel is free, and we get so much exposure on YouTube to buttercups. And if you don't know what a buttercup is, that's probably because you are a buttercup. A buttercup is someone who's not yet bought their first UFD tokens. We call them beans. You probably don't know that either, but hey, everybody's new at one point. The UFD community will go above and beyond to welcome you, let you in on our little secret language that we have, right? You'll learn what a duster is. You'll learn what a diamond hoof duster is, and you'll learn a whole lot more. What did you see this thing yesterday? This is sad and kind of funny as well. I'm going to leave the criticisms or whatever up to other people, but Zach XBT put out a leak of the price sheet of the 200 plus top crypto influencers and their wallet addresses, and showed how much. I mean, it's incredible. You can look at this. You probably have seen this, and you can't really see that because the print is so small. But the amount of money that some of the influencers are charging to promote. I mean, some of these people make like thousands and thousands of dollars for putting out one tweet. I'm like, heck, I put out 10 or 20 tweets a day. You probably do too. It's incredible. But the big takeaway there is, and why we are different, is the fact well, let me say this, then we'll go on. But you know, we don't pay anything for our tweets. We don't pay anything for videos that are made about unicorn fart dust. We have never paid any key opinion leaders. You are the key opinion leaders. I made a post that said this. Hold on here. Let me pull this one up for you. And I said, full disclosure, our UFD project, make sure we got you up, which we do, has a list of paid influencers, and they're paid $0.00 per post or video. We call them dusters. We are strong. We are 100% organic. We are ready, and we are UFD. What I want to share with you is if you think about all those probably millions of dollars, probably maybe, I don't know, $1 billion, who knows, right, that have been paid to these influencers over the last, 5-8 years to just put out a tweet or two about these projects. Those are short-term pumps, guys. We are not, those are rugs. A lot of those, not all of them, right? There's some great people on that list. I'm not casting any judgment on anybody else for anything. But the reality is a lot of what went on that list, or a good portion of it, were related to rug pulls, were related to scams, you may say, as well. What we do is 100% real, 100% organic, always has been, always will be. It sets us apart. It makes us what we are. And it actually, in the long run, absolutely makes us stronger. When you look at that list of like hundreds of or 50 paid influencers, and you think about the number of tweets, I bet our community already has put out more tweets than they've ever put out combined. And we did it all right, organically and naturally. Again, that makes us and what we're doing so much stronger. And somebody made a comment about that, right? Paying somebody to, promote, tweet something about a particular project. Integrity cannot be bought, right? You can't buy integrity. You can't buy a reputation that's built, and that's built on honesty, that's built on transparency, and that is what we have done. That is what we will. We are, when I think of the whole landscape of 20 million plus cryptos out there in the world, there's some other great projects, no doubt about it, right? We know the other great projects that are out there, but it really truly is a handful. It really truly is a small sliver of all those projects. And when I think of like this landscape where all the different crypto projects are, I see our horn glowing, right? Do you see the UFD horn glowing? Because it is different. It is absolutely like nothing else out there. Does that give us scarcity? You better believe it, right? That makes us the one and only UFD. And on top of that, as you well know, let's get them out. We'll do a quick shake, right? As you know, on top of that, we only have 999 million beans, and we got the narwhals continuing to buy. We are filling this jug, right, with diamond hoof dusters day by day by day. And eventually we'll get to a point where there is a shortage of coins out there. I don't know how long it'll take, right? I don't know, but I do know that continued effort, continued passion, continued heart will make a massive, massive difference. And think about when this jug gets filled up, right? When it starts to get close with people that are holding on to their UFD tokens, beans, coins, whatever you want to call them, we will get a bean shortage. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. All right, let's go check out the lovely and talented Elizabeth Grace, who put out her update yesterday. This is always worth watching. We're going to watch this. It's about 1.5 minutes long. And hold on here. Make sure I got the right tab up. Here we go.
Hey Dusters, happy September. We are back with your weekly crypto news roundup powered by your favorite meme coin, Unicorn Fart Dust. It's been a bit of a boring week in crypto, and I know you're all wondering what's up, so let's gallop into action. Bitcoin's taking a bit of a dip this week. It fell around 107K, but don't worry. Michael Saylor says it's on sale. And to me, this feels like a classic case of manipulation and liquidation sweeps before the next parabolic leg up. With global M2 money supply reaching a new record high, S&P 500 making new all-time highs, Metaplanet raising over $800 million to buy more Bitcoin, and with rate cuts coming, I do believe we are going to see the most bullish quarter of the year coming soon. Ethereum is consolidating nicely. Solana is making some bullish moves. I say don't get shaken out. And Binance founder CZ agrees, says, avoid selling the crypto dip. A Coinbase report suggests a full-blown altcoin season is imminent in September, driven by anticipated rate cuts and the potential approval of 60 to 80 ETFs. U.S. Department of Commerce partners with Chainlink to bring government macroeconomic data on chain. World Liberty Fi token was launched today. This was Trump's way to restructure the financial system given that they were debanked in 2016. Retail should probably stay clear of this on launch day. Keep an eye on it though, because the USD1 stablecoin they launched is one of the fastest growing stablecoins in history. In Unicorn Fart Dust news, this week the HTX meme contest goes live. Get creative, have some fun, and may the best memes win. And don't forget to join our raid party on Sunday where we'll work for our bags, Dusters. Well, that's the roundup. Stay bullish, and don't forget, Lawrence up.
All right. Thank you, Elizabeth, for that great update as usual. And by the way, we are having a Spaces today at 12 noon Central. So that'll be 1 p.m. Eastern, where we're going to be talking about the big HTX event coming up this weekend. HTX has been very, very supportive of our project. Obviously, they're one of the top exchanges in the world. We're very grateful for that. And again, that goes back to what we talked about earlier. All the support from HTX is a result of the organic strength of our community. We didn't pay anything. We aren't in any way, shape, or form involved in any kind of special deals or anything like that. HTX is supporting us because of you, because of the community. Let's touch on something that Elizabeth talked about in her video. The Trump family launched this WLFI token this weekend. Let's just touch on what's going on there. It's interesting. It's kind of, as I understand it, gone through a bit of a, let's say, challenging period since launch. But there are some interesting statistics. Trump's World Liberty token falls in the first day of trading. This is on CNBC, but came from Reuters. There's the Trump brothers. The digital token backing the Trump family's cryptocurrency venture, World Liberty Financial, fell in value on Monday in their first day of trading. The World Liberty tokens, known as WLFI, were sold to investors after the Trump family and its business partners last year launched the venture, a decentralized finance platform that has also issued a stable coin, as Elizabeth mentioned. Down here, since World Liberty's launch last year, the Trump family has made around $500 million. I mean, this is not a political show, but they're basically printing money, according to Reuters calculations based on the company's terms and conditions. Transactions traced by crypto analysis firms and publicly disclosed deals. So when I looked at the WLFI token earlier this morning, it looked like it actually had spiked up when it first started trading and was around, 23 cents, I guess it was. It'll be interesting to see how that all plays out. The bottom line is crypto is being adopted in a big, big way. And one of the leaders in the crypto world who everybody has heard of is a gentleman by the name of Raoul Pal. And I want to share with you some interesting data that he put out. This came from CoinMarketCap. Real Vision CEO Raoul Pal forecasts crypto adoption to reach 4 billion by 2030. That's 5 years from now. Comparing digital asset growth patterns to early internet expansion trajectory. And we've talked about that many, many times as we're doing our live streams, like the fact that basically I think that in 5 to 10 years, everybody will be using crypto, just like when the internet got adopted, just like when cell phones got adopted. Even think about email. If you're old enough like me, I remember life before email, life in the business world before email. I remember beepers, pagers, fax machines. Those were the high-tech instruments. And when email first came out, it took 5-7 years for everybody to switch to email, for everything to go electronic. And the same thing is happening in the world right now with money. Raoul's analysis examined crypto wallet numbers against historic IP address growth after each innovation hit 5 million users. Crypto adoption shows 137% annual growth over 9 years, reaching 659 million users by the end of 2024, compared to the internet's adoption rate of 76%. So crypto's even growing faster. In green, the former hedge fund manager predicts more moderate 43% growth next year, bringing total crypto users to 1 billion. This represents only 1/8 of the global population adopting digital assets within the current decade. That's 1/8, guys. Still, that tells us how many people out there are going to be coming into crypto even over the next 10 years, 15 years. His bullish forecast extends the market cap, predicting crypto could cross 100 trillion as early as 2032. Current crypto market cap is what, about 3.7 trillion? That's a huge increase. Debasement, which means loss in value of the dollar, and adoption serve as primary catalysts, with debasement explaining 90% of the price action, while adoption drives outperformance. That what they're saying is, if you are going to measure the value of your crypto and you're going to use the US dollar, for instance, which he did as the unit of measure, okay, you can think of if you have Bitcoin, your Bitcoin as a Bitcoin. I own 1 Bitcoin, I own half a Bitcoin, whatever. You can think of your unicorn fart dust as the number of beans that you hold. I hold so many beans, right? But what most all of us do is we then measure that, right, using the US dollar as the unit of measure. Look, you could use euros, you could use what is it? Swedish francs? No, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Swedish. Anyway, whatever other currencies you want. Mexican pesos, whatever floats your boat. Most of us tend to use US dollars as the unit of measure. And as the US dollar goes down, 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 down in real value, that will make assets that are measured in US dollars go up, up, up in that price if we decide to continue to use the dollar as the unit of measure. I want to show you something that's going on right now in the general economy, which will indicate to us very clearly, and I'll make it real simple for you, why the dollar will continue to go down. This is a chart of the 30-year Treasury bond yield from the U.S. government. That means when the U.S. government puts out 30-year, oh, hey, I can look here. Hold on a second. Okay. Sorry, guys. 30-year Treasury. There we go. Anyhow, as you can see, that's approaching 5%. That is treacherously high. Let me see if I can get this on full screen if it looks better for you. Yeah. If you go back to 2020, you can see we were down around 1% 5 years ago. That rate has risen all the way to 5%. Here's why that's important. That's important because the U.S. government can't afford to pay 5% on its debt. As an example, right now, the U.S. government has $37 trillion in debt. It's like $100,000 per U.S. citizen, $300,000 per U.S. taxpayer. If you think about that, at 5%, if you round that number up, just for simplicity's sakes, to $40 trillion at 5%, okay, that would be $2 trillion per year in interest expense. The government only brings in $5 trillion a year through taxes and other revenue sources, mostly through a federal income tax. That would be, again, that would make interest expense go to 40% of the money coming in. So the only thing that they can do at this point, okay, part of it is, right, they're adopting crypto. They're letting USDC will help fund part of that borrowing that our government needs to do. But eventually, one of the strongest ways that they can get the rate to go down, which is what they're going to need to do, it's called yield curve control, is by printing money. If the Federal Reserve just creates more money out of thin air, like they've had a history of doing in the past, when a crisis occurs, they can then just buy that debt themselves. They can monetize the debt. Japan's been doing it for a long time. And that's great. That's like a shell game. It's like a Ponzi scheme is what it is. That will cause, there's no way out. Mathematically, I don't want to, it's unfortunate that I have to sit down here and say this to you, but there really truly is no way out of this situation for our government that does not result in loss in value in the US dollar, that does not result in you going to the grocery store or the car dealership or onto Priceline.com to buy a flight for a vacation, where you're not going to see prices continuing to go up and up and up and up in the coming years and decades. Why is that important to people in Unicorn Fart Dust? Well, because we can't print more Unicorn Fart Dust. We are a coin that has scarcity, and we're on this leading edge of innovation within the world financial system. It's going to be a fun ride. I appreciate you joining me. Don't forget, today at noon Central, 1 o'clock Eastern, we have a Spaces where we're going to talk about the upcoming HTX event this Sunday. We're going to give big support to HTX, big appreciation. We're going to do it like only the UFD community can. It's a big deal that we've got great sponsors. By the way, Ledger, right? We're with the best companies, guys. Ledger, the cryptocurrency hardware wallet security leader, securing over 20% of the world's crypto. Yes. Okay, we're very grateful for their support and their sponsorship, and our friends at MoonPay, the fintech leader, growing and innovating like no other company. They are making things happen in the world of crypto. I heard somebody say the other day, I don't want to put words into anyone's mouth, but they're almost like the PayPal of crypto. Great companies that we are affiliated with. Okay, keep up the great work, Dusters. Hopefully, we'll see you today at noon for the HTX Spaces. Be good to yourself. That'll give you a platform from which you can be good to other people. Have a great day. Bye-bye.